Hello, Miriam at the Bureau with your national weather forecast for tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd of January. Let's start as always by taking a look at tomorrow's weather map. Now, across Australia tomorrow we can see an extensive trough of low pressure, this blue dashed line that extends from Western Australia through parts of the Northern Territory into parts of Queensland and down into New South Wales as well. To the north of that trough we are seeing more humid conditions, isolated showers and thunderstorms. To the south of that trough we've got a high pressure system over the bight which is helping to reinforce drier air moving up across southern parts of the continent. It will be hot across Australia tomorrow, however, particularly through Western Australia and Queensland, but we do have a bit of a cooler change moving through the southeast, likely to push up the New South Wales coast on Wednesday. Let's take a closer look at all of that now, starting with Queensland. So the main story for Queensland tomorrow is that building heat. We're seeing very hot conditions across western, central and southern parts of the state. Severe heat waves impacting many areas, including parts of the southeast. We are still seeing isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms across northern and eastern parts of Queensland tomorrow, with the risk of some severe storms between Rockhampton and the Sunshine Coast, potentially bringing damaging wind gusts and large hail during tomorrow afternoon and evening. For Brisbane, it will be a warm night and then a warm day to follow with a top of 36 degrees. Down in New South Wales, the cool change will be moving up the coast during Wednesday. It's likely to reach Sydney during the afternoon, bringing about a gusty temperature drop of 7 to 15 degrees for some of those eastern areas. We may also see some showers and thunderstorms across eastern parts of the state, particularly intense as that change moves through. It will be hot ahead of this cold change, however, particularly across those northern and northeastern parts of New South Wales. For Sydney, we're heading for a top of 33 degrees with a possible late shower. In Canberra, also a top of 33. Down in Victoria, we're looking at partly cloudy skies in the south with a few morning showers which should clear away later in the day. It'll be warmer and drier further inland. Melbourne is heading for a top of 21 degrees with a morning shower or two clearing later on. Down in Tasmania, we are going to see a few showers moving through during the morning, mostly about western parts of the state, but again, they will start to dry out later in the day. It will be cooler west to southwesterly flow through tomorrow, with Hobart heading for a top of 18 degrees. For South Australia, partly cloudy about the southern coast with a few patchy showers in the southeast and about parts of the Mount Lofty ranges, but these will dry out later in the day. Hotter and drier conditions inland with some heat waves ongoing across northern parts of the state. For Adelaide, we're heading for a mild top of 28 degrees. In Western Australia, heat remains the main story, with severe to locally extreme heatwave conditions across much of central and southern Western Australia. Temperatures once again reaching the high 30s to low 40s for many areas. We are possibly also going to see a few showers or isolated storms pushing down the west coast, delivering not too much rainfall, however. We could see some dry lightning across parts of the west coast as well, which could pose a new fire risk. It is also worth remembering that we do still have some flood watches and flood warnings current for parts of the Pilbara in the wake of Tropical Cyclone Sean. Moving up to the Northern Territory, we are going to see some showers and thunderstorms persisting across those northern parts of the Territory and across northern parts of Western Australia too. They may extend as far south as the Barkly and Tanami districts, but the rainfall totals will really dry out the further inland we go, with much drier conditions across those southern parts of the Territory. For Darwin tomorrow, we're heading for a top of 32 degrees. Now, you can find the detailed forecast for your area via the Bureau's website, the BOM Weather app and via our social media. Have a good night and we'll catch you next time.